is just pylon placements.
Yeah.
There's a lot more space to plant down the pylons, which means it's a lot more access time for MMA to do the hunting. But MMA is exceptional at sending 1 or 2 Marines just around the map to skirt for those spots. Trap, likewise, is very good at answering that. Just having a zealot or 2 march with his probes so he can get the pylons down immediately. This is honestly the map I've been looking most forward to seeing matches on because it's so different from the usual setup. And game number 2 has just begun, so let's hop to it. Down in the bottom right-hand corner, showing impeccable play in game 1. Can he do it again in game 2? It is Soul's Trap! And his opponent spawning down in the bottom left corner. One of the kings of old, looking to be a king of the new 2. From Team Acer, it is MMA!
And of course, I'm going to show a little bit of my MMA bias because I did predict him to win the whole dang thing. I really feel like MMA played a great match after the beginning stages. I mean, being down that much, being behind in that much, not only economy, but tech, you're in a position where you don't have any right decisions because everything is easy for Protoss to deal with. But he was still able to manage, like, he almost killed the main base and the natural base. He killed so many zealots. He was great with his drops. It just, he didn't have enough stuff when it came down to it. He didn't have the right composition because of how behind he was from the beginning stages.
I mean, MMA ran a beautiful race with a broken knee.
Yes.
How well does he play when he doesn't have a broken knee? Well, it won't matter for StarCraft, but in the analogy it matters. The fact is that MMA is exceptional when he is not messed with. His strength lies in applying pressure to his opponent. But Trap's starting to surprise me with his choice of play on this map. MMA obviously going to go for the command center first. 4 positions, big map, very difficult to scout this early. Same reason you go for CC first on Whirlwind. But what do you make of Trap's very fast double gas? And it looks like he's going to shove 3 into each geyser too.
Yeah, it feels like a Stargate all in. And as I said in the pre-game show, the only maps that MMA lost to in the entire round of 32 for WCS, Europe that is, was to Stargate all-ins.
Yeah.
He died to Void Ray all-ins, he died to Oracle all-ins. And this could be potentially Trap's little plan. I mean, if he's able to pull this off, it's a very, very decisive, easy win for him.
Now, MMA likes to cut corners here and go for 3rd barracks first. That would benefit him quite a bit. This would be an opportunity for him to get enough Marines up for those types of all-ins, but we've been seeing players consistently go for bunker first just because it's so easy to lose in that early spot. What's MMA going to do with those early funds? That's very telling. Oh, wait, is this going to be a blink play? This is kind of an unusual map to go blink on, but the perfect positioning for Trap.
Now, I do want to mention MMA has stopped well, obviously he won all of his matches, but he stopped maybe 5 or 6 different blink all-ins in WCS EU. So this is like some impressive play coming out from MMA that I think he will be fine. He knows the correct response, just get bunkers in the right place and be able to have your SCVs ready to repair as soon as the units pop in.
And you know, the little tricks that MMA does, I was even looking at this in a recent daily. Oh no.
Gosh, no.
Well, this is going to spell doom unless MMA throws down a defensive scan. Oh God, he's got to do that. I mean,
nope. There's no there's no 3rd barracks. There's no double refinery after this. This is most certainly going to be a pool for another command center.
The way that MMA is able to defend this all-in play is that he goes for an extremely fast double tech lab to get up enough marauders.
He cannot see that.
But he sees the 2nd stalker. Is that going to be enough?
That's a really tough indicator. I mean, yes, a lot of times Protosses won't have stalkers so early out on the field. But still, I mean, that's within reasonable range. And 8 stalkers will probably be ready for this upcoming attack, and MMA has no indicator of this.
MMA needs to throw. He sees it.
Okay, he sees the Twilight Council.
He's going to see it late.
And this could be one of 2 things. The other thing,
double
of course,
tech lab. And he's got to lift. He's got to go back into his main base. He's not going to be able to hold this off. He needs to bunker now.
Bunker goes down. 40 seconds until that actually finishes. So still a lot of time.
Oh, this is going to be so dicey for MMA.
He
canceled
the CC.
it.
Okay, that's good. You need the extra minerals for sure. Now 2 Marauders on the way.
There's the double tech lab. He needs a hell of a lot more bunkers at this point. Blink is done. Where will be the attack choice? Oh no, seconds before it's done.
He needs SEV pull, and that's what he's going to do right now, trying to defend the bunker, but he has no substance behind this. Nice time warp right behind that. Oh my god, this is so much to lose early on in this game. And now finally the bunker will
needs
finish.
to get a repair up. He does get the Marauder in, but Trap is picking off SCVs one at a time, 22 to 26.
And he's just going to go around. This is the worst possible situation for MMA. However, he can trap all of these units, but
and it finishes just in time.
Okay, and still Stalkers from the low ground now, going to take out that bunker, and it will go down. There's only a couple of Marines and a single Marauder, and it looks like it's going to be too much MMA, losing out in the build order once again.
A brutal build order win. MMA has the correct response to that, but he took a huge risk with no information, and those high-risk, high-reward plays. We always talk about the reward, but the risk is what came to bite MMA that
That's
time.
right. I mean, the game played itself out. Once MMA goes for that proxy third command center, it puts everything so far behind. Your mineral income is only about like 600 to 800 minerals per minute at that stage. I think it's actually just peaking at 600. So that's representing a